Hey, how you doing, folks? This is Sneaky G's coming live from Northport, Florida. Let me tell you something. You know where the people say karma's a bitch? Well, today's the bitch. You know, growing up, I would do some fucked up shit. You know, I was a bad kid. Not a bad kid, but I would jump off trees, cars, you know, chase things around, get hurt, break a leg. My mother always used to say, one in a day, this is gonna come back and your kids are gonna do the same thing that you doing to me. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know? So, well, guess what? Today's the day. I'm at the table, having a nice pasta dinner with the family. Ma's putting the pasta down, we're all eating. I got my kids here, the wine going. Everything's beautiful. So what happens? We're after dinner, we're just, I get my espresso over here. And guess what? There goes my two boys running out of the room. Butt naked, butt naked. Who's doing, the macho man? Who's saying, hey, Dad, look at my six pack with their piece of deal hanging out? Come on now. My mother's laughing her ass off. My sister's peeing in her freaking pants over there. And I'm like, muddled. I look at my mother, and they're running back and forth, butt naked. And all I can hear was my mother's voice when I was a little kid saying, see? I told you. She was like, God don't like ugly, and guess what? You ugly. Well, I looked at her, I said, Ma, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for whatever I did to you. And she was laughing. And she's loving it because, karma's a bitch. Came back, bit me right in my ass over there. Then, a couple weeks ago, I'm back up in Jersey, hanging out in the backyard, and I'm enjoying my cigar, my wild turkey, with the honey in it. And beautiful night, had the fire going. My oldest one, my 12-year-old, comes up to me and goes, hey, Dad, I want to know, talk to me about sex. I go, whoa, I never had this talk with my father. Everything you learn from the streets, we go, he wants to know, how's a blowjob go, and, how's it feel? And I'm like, oh, Maron, what am I going to say? So, had the wild turkey. First thing out of his mouth, he wants to know what's finger banging. I went, oh, Maron, here we go with the wild turkey. Bow, done. 2 hours later, 2-hour conversation. He wants to know, what's doggy style? Is it with two dogs involved? I'm like, no, what is this? Come on, you're killing me. He wants to know, when a guy comes, is it like a girl's period? I go, Maron, where you guys learning this shit from? Then, I was half in the bag. I go upstairs. My youngest son, he falls outside. Goes, Dad, I fell. I'm like, what's the matter? He goes, I got a boo-boo on my knee. I'm like, all right. Come upstairs in the bathroom, and I'm cleaning off his boo-boo over there. I'm half trashed. He goes, hey, Dad. I'm like, what? He goes, I have hair on my pee-pee. I'm like, oh, Maron, here we go again. What? But I can't get no justice around here, What's going on with these kids nowadays? They want to know everything. When I was a kid, all I wanted to know was, oh, let's go bike riding, let's go here, let's go there, let's play the video game, nothing. These kids over here nowadays, I don't know what's wrong with them. They're crazy. All they want to know is about this sex talk, this, that, the other thing. I'm like, Maron, what happened to the good old days? They're like, my youngest son, Dad, when you were little, it was everything in black and white. I'm like, no, nothing was in black and white. He goes, well, we watched the old movies. Everything is in black and white. I go, but that's just the movies. I go, everything was in color. I said, there was never a fat kid when I was growing up. We were outside playing, this, that, coming in, after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. Boom, you sit down, you had your dinner. Every night you had pasta with your dinner. It was pasta, then you had your steak. You had your pasta, then you had your chicken. I don't know what's wrong with these kids nowadays, but this is it. Sneaky G signing off. Have a good night, all right? You be good. Hey, listen to your mother. She knows what she's talking about. Ciao.